And big up chat, welcome to Anfield Road TV. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday afternoon. We've got a jam-packed show today, everyone. There's a little video that's come out on social media. If you haven't seen it, we'll speak about it today, obviously, in relation to Kone and Thuram. Jorg's, obviously, new appointment as the sporting director. How it's more or less fell into Liverpool's hands in relation to Borussia Mönchengladbach's new director of first team operations, which is only going to help Liverpool in terms of their pursuit for Kone. So it looks like all the dominoes all the dominoes have fallen in a positive way for Liverpool potentially. If you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below as well, everyone. Hope you had a fantastic day. We're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all the social media platforms as well. And we'll, as always, read out all your comments if you are watching live or if you're watching on the repeat. Do always get involved. I know chat will always reply to you as well. But big up there, Henry. No worries, Henry. Hope you had a good day. Big up Simon. Big up Mark. Big up Shay. Big up Rob as well. Do you think we'll get Thuram and Kone? Happy with getting McAllister? Could you wish me missus a speedy recovery? She's feeling. Shelley, speedy recovery. As I said, massive thank you for all your support. You two, I know you're the OGs of the channel, so look after yourself, Shelley, and obviously Si. Hope you're doing not too bad, mate, either. And thank you for tuning in. As I said, it's going to be a chocker show, everyone. So I will put timestamps if you are watching in a couple of hours' time. There'll be timestamps on the video, so you can just skip to each video section of the part of the episodes anyway that you want to find out. Big up Mark. I only feel we'll only replace the players we'll lose this window. Can't see us buying in much defensive cover. Potentially, Mark. I think it would. A lot of that would very much be dictated in relation to who Liverpool do move out in terms of obviously the door players coming in. It's great, but still, like any business, you've got to recoup a bit of money. You've got to generate certain money as well. And of course, Liverpool at the minute, I've got a show coming out. Well, I've done a pre-recording with a couple of lads, and that will be coming out, I think, tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, it'll be out on the channel. So that pre-recorded video, and we discussed quite a lot in depth in relation to Liverpool's transfers. You look at Joe Gomez, probably is if we were to sell him. And as I said, on that video, spoiler alert, I was like, sell him, because Joey, he disappoints me, because when he can play well, and we've seen it, but we only seen it once this season. That was against Manchester City. And when you're playing at Liverpool Football Club, we've seen how Liverpool have missed out on league titles by 1 or 2 points. There's no room really for any manoeuvring, and last season wasn't good enough. But hopefully we're addressing that. No, hopefully we are addressing it in this summer window at long last. But yeah, keep an eye on that. Mark, big up Shay. How you doing, mate? You've had a good Tuesday. Rob, either you've been going to the gym or that tops. Rob, you know, I'm a little fatty anyway, so yeah, I've put a bit of weight on, probably a bit too much. Well, big up, Rob. Yeah, far from it. I haven't stepped foot in the gym in about 20 years. Oh, good, mate. Well, I hope you're good, well, mate. You're looking after yourself. But big up there, Lavanya. Big up, matey. Big up, Russell. How you doing, matey? Thank you for tuning in. As I said, Russell, massive thank you for obviously supporting on TikTok as well. Now, quite a lot of you do follow on TikTok, so there's a lot more shorter form content on TikTok, everyone. I know a lot of you can't really tune into the lives, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best to at least get to 10,000. My goal is 100k on TikTok. That's gonna take a very long time. But like anything, you just gotta graft away at it, and we'll eventually get there. But yeah, we're on 2.5, which is fantastic, and thank you to everyone that has followed on that. I think we're close to 10,000 followers on Facebook as well, which is good. Rome wasn't built in a day, but looking forward to that. Big up Nigel. Obviously, Nigel will be on that pre-recorded video. I've done a couple of videos with Nigel this week. It was Ricky and Kev that we've done, so a couple of pre-recorded shows coming out this week, so stay tuned on the channel for that. Big up there, Wigs. How are we, mate? But yeah, Lavanya. How is it, Lavanya? Sorry about that, mate. The shorts, Lavanya, you've got access to the shorts, haven't you? You're watching on YouTube. But yeah, the shorts, all the short form content like Facebook, and it's all very similar. It's probably, I think, the statistics in terms of short form content in media, it's massive. Like a lot of it, like it's consumed so much by the globe in terms of short, like I think it's on average like 60-second to 120-second clips. Massive. But enough of that. But massive thank you, chat. As I said, and there's 18 of you, 19 of you in here. Let's get those likes up. At least 19 likes should be on there. But of course, we'll start with the first story, chat anyway, in relation to Jorg. And apologies, any native Germans coming in. You know me, Scouse and German don't really go. You only, you only Jürgen Klopp. That's a sound German name for me. But Jorg, obviously our new sporting director, there was a bit of news that did trickle out this week, but we got official confirmation in relation to Borussia Mönchengladbach's announcement in terms of their wrong one. Well done, there. In terms of their new on their social medias, it goes on to add in English. We are also pleased to welcome Niles Schleck. Yeah. It's basically the son of obviously Liverpool's new sporting director. So obviously he's the son in a new position of the first team sporting director, which is going to be great, chat. I think we've all been adding 2 and 2 and getting 4 this week, and hopefully, and we've all joked about it on social media when we speak to our mates and everything, hopefully with his son having such a very important role at Gladbach in the next year to come, or in the next couple of weeks anyway, potentially could do Liverpool a little, and his dad, a little cheeky deal. But as I said at the top of the show, the dominoes are falling in the right direction for Liverpool. So if it doesn't, but it massively helps Liverpool in terms of negotiating when the Al fella is in charge at Liverpool Football Club. So interesting to what do you make of that, chat? Do you think it'll have a bigger impact in terms of if Liverpool are to fully 100,000,000% go after Kone in relation to negotiations? For me, I think it's a massive boost, in all honesty, if Liverpool are to get Kone over the line. Good evening, Wigs. So big up there, chat. But yeah, Jorg is going to hands down on the transfer. Spot on there, evidence. Big up. Massive thank you for tuning in, mate. And yeah, just let us know your thoughts on that, chat. For me, yeah, I think that would massively help Liverpool in terms of that one. But swiftly moving on, we'll go to obviously the Kone news. Obviously, we've got the social media clip in a little second that'll play if you haven't seen it. But this is probably the latest up-to-date one in relation to Fabrizio Romano. Apologies if he's released one just as we've gone live. But Liverpool have been in direct contact with both Kone and Thuram agents again this weekend. Internal discussions taking place over the official proposals. Liverpool have asked for some time to close in on the McAllister deal, which, as we said today, obviously if you missed the short or if you missed the little video done today, Liverpool, as the whole of social media knows now by now, Liverpool, it's expected to get announced in the next 24 hours. I've got a feeling it's going to be late tonight or very much early morning. You'd anticipate them, all the media work and due diligence really would have already been carried out by Liverpool's media staff. Yeah, so all of that be recorded, pre-prepared, pre-scheduled posts. Because you can do that now, can't you? Which is not too bad. So yeah, it'll probably be scheduled for an 8 a.m, 9 a.m. announcement or a 10 p.m. announcement tonight. So if it is, we'll be back on for an instant live stream anyway. And when that deal does get announced, we'll be doing obviously a live stream watch along to the news anyway. Thuram is a must for me. I rate him so highly. Evident, yeah. I've spoke to you this week, mate, in the comments, haven't we? And Liverpool have massively missed that athleticism. That was one of the biggest factors, really, for Liverpool in terms of the transitions when Liverpool were losing the ball. Obviously, the last 11 games were great in terms of Liverpool changing shape, putting Trent into midfield, stepping into that 6 role, and very much from a defensive point of view, him then covering back down that right-hand side. But Liverpool we need to be like a Swiss Army knife in reality next season and the seasons to come in relation to having more than just one way of playing. You look at Manchester City, and I know everyone goes, yeah, and we all have the money they've spent, but in all honesty, Pep has, apart from the Manchester City game in the final against Chelsea, still don't even know what he was doing. Don't think a lot of the City fans were in terms of leaving out Rodri. But you watch City, and if it's not going right for City, of course they might change it in terms of the subs bench. But in terms of the tactical sense, you do watch City, and you watch them, and you exactly know what they're trying to do in terms of stretching the play, trying to get an extra man in midfield to drag out the centre halves. But Liverpool, especially over the last 6 to 12 months anyway, where we struggled, we all sit there and watch it. Like, what are you doing, Reds? Come on, someone do something. Someone come off the bench. Or, look, we're all looking at the bench going, someone do something in terms of the tactical point of view. But it did change at the back end of this season, which was great. But we've got to just look to the positives now. And the positives is that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, by the looks of it, going into the next couple of weeks, they've had enough. Or Jurgen Klopp has very much had enough. Because like always, as we know, there was massive internal... There was arguments left, right and centre. There was all books getting announced. Obviously, I was meant to have gone to a Pep Lijnders book signing in Crosby a couple of months ago, but that, of course, that got cancelled anyway, which is quite right, in all honesty, because at that time, in terms of social media, it was very toxic in terms of Liverpool's fan base as well, so it wouldn't have looked too good on the social media channels. In all honesty, but say Scotty, big up there, mate. Done a tour at Anfield yesterday, and I was in there when it got announced yesterday. Here we go, was amazing to be there, and it was announced. Big up there, Scotty, and Scott, you still in Scousland? I was gonna say, mate, I'll meet up with you for a bevy, lad, or whatnot, but yeah, as long as you had a fantastic time, mate. Yeah, I'd only just recently gone the tour. I think it was a couple of weeks ago with the lads when Ricky and Luke come down from, obviously speaking of Luke, he just turns up. But yeah, we hadn't been to the tour in years, but obviously with the new stand, and obviously a lot of it has changed, Scott, as you would have seen today on that tour, mate. It was amazing. Well, yesterday, sorry. It was amazing, mate. It's mad how much money that is going to be getting generated from the whole stadium. And hopefully that'll leave Liverpool in better stead in reality. But we'll get to the Thuram video in a little second, chat, making sure I don't miss anyone's comments. We might win the transfer window. Hopefully, Rob. It's been a very long time since we've done that anyway. Not when we signed Allister and Virgil van Dijk. Hopefully, and that's what we're all hoping, chat. The players that we do bring in, McAllister, there's a video coming out, as I said, with the lads, and we analysed statistics. Very similarities. Everyone's made them already this week in terms of McAllister. Statistically speaking, very similar to Gundogan. I think he's the second most similar player on FBref in terms of the profile of a player. Other players that he's very similar in terms of how they play in game. Barella, Valverde, Luka Modric. So he's in good company, McAllister, in terms of when you look at all the data, which is only going to leave Liverpool in such a very good position, hopefully going into next season, and he has that desired impact, and he gets straight into it from the minute one anyway. Make sure you do get those likes up, everyone. We're on 28 people in. Welcome. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below, everyone. Obviously, we will be live for a watch-along tomorrow at 7:45 GMT. That will be Liverpool. Not Liverpool. We're not playing. Fiorentina versus West Ham in the Europa League Conference final, which got a lot of West Ham mates that have travelled all the way to, I think, is it Prague? The final is anyway. But all the Hammers, best of luck for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. It should be a good game. Who are we saying is going to win that, chat? I think it might be Fiorentina that will win that, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. But big up there, Brian. Big up there, Brian. Massive thank you very much for that, mate. I'll save that for when I eventually see you, mate. You have to let me know as soon as you come down Liverpool, mate. We'll have a couple of bevies, mate. 100%. But big up there. Do you watch tennis? Lavanya, I do, mate. I'm shocking because I can barely just about reach over the net anyway, so. But yeah, Lavanya, I do like watching it. Djokovic is so good. Like, there's dominance over the last 5-10 year period. I was gutted about Nadal over the last 10-15 year period of Nadal, just his injuries. If he wasn't injured, what a player he would have been. I think he would have been the greatest tennis player ever to live. I think he would have surpassed Roger Federer's legacy as a tennis player. Nadal, if he wasn't injured. And big statement that, but yeah, there we go. Rattle through. How does the new stand look? I've it's looking good, mate. Obviously, there's a very good chat if you can link it. I'm pretty sure you already do watch a lot of YouTube anyway, but there's a great YouTube account out there. Apologies, I don't know the full name, but there's a fella that does the drone footage. He's been doing like updates every single day, which is amazing. So big up to that fella. Apologies, mate, I don't know your channel name, but he's probably seen it. But check it out. It's on YouTube. Just there's constant updates, and it's like all time lapses and everything. So check it out. Really good stuff. It's only like 7,000, but it's gonna look good. Big up there, Redbird. Far from it, yeah. Returning the back there, mate. Happy days. McAllister will be signing in the summer with his price 45 million, as we said. Well, it's been announced. Well, 38 to 45 million, but in today's market, everyone, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But at least Liverpool have very much got that deal over the line. But right, we'll get straight into the next news story, everyone. I'm just making sure that I did read out everyone's comments. Oh, we're jumping ahead there. There we go. Let's get the Thuram video. So that one. So this is on the social media accounts of course, K.Thuram Koné. If you don't follow them on Instagram, I think by the looks of it, it looks like they're in France. And what I love the most about, hopefully our new central midfielder, or both of them, looks like Thuram's a fan of the Matrix. Go ahead, Neo, son. Or is he just trolling? But yeah, I'll tell you what, I like him even more because he likes the Matrix. Happy days. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It was ahead of its time in terms of filmmaking, the way in which the storytelling, and yeah, watch far too many Matrix documentaries on YouTube, so very weird. I know. But yeah, chat, let us know. It's obviously, we know in terms of the profile of both of them, both French youngsters anyway, they've got a very good working relationship. I'm not 100% chat, user no chat. I'm not 100%, but do they have similar agents, or do they have the same agents? I'm not 100% on that, so apologies if I'm wrong, but just shows how close both of them are. And I think if Liverpool were to get Kone, we know clubs, Sir Alex Ferguson was the master of it. It's not, obviously, you sign players now, and it has always been the case in like the 131-year history of Liverpool. You first and foremost, you want to get the quality in through the door, first and foremost. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on that. But yeah, apologies there. I'll have to close that. Apologies there, chat. I think it was making the stream lag, which wasn't good. But yeah, hopefully we are back. Oh, bloody hell. Hello, can you hear me? There we go. But yeah, I think you can still hear us. Apologies, it's lagging, chat. Because, you know, that video's made the video absolutely lag. So apologies that if me screen is lagging, chat. I will get that sorted. Alright, Jack and everyone. Big up there, Susan. This is the Anfield on YouTube. You put a very good video of the newsstands. Yeah, definitely, Shay. Great YouTube and, well, social media accounts anyway. This is Anfield, as I said. Quality bunch of lads and girls anyway that run that. Been around for a very long time, and that's for a reason anyway, because they produce so much good content. Make sure I'm not missing any ones. We're staying in a hotel next to the Liverpool One Wheel. Happy days there, Scotty. As long as you have a good time, mate. As I said, good for you. Big up there. And so, oh, plus you what a starter chat. You're all talking about tennis. That's great, isn't it? Bit with me on the sector chat. But yeah, I'm hoping that is not. Is it lagging chat? Apologies, I have to sort that anyway. But let me know your thoughts on that little social media. These two lads don't flop like Ndombele. I don't think they will, Everest. You only have to look at the the quote, and obviously it was interesting enough that Nice's manager did get sacked this week, and if you read the report in terms of from the Athletic and a lot of very well respected journalists, they had a very good working relationship. Nice, well, obviously K.Thuram Koné and the manager. So he'll be disappointed that a coach that allowed him the opportunity. It was interesting. I've seen a couple of Nice games this season, chat, but I'm not necessarily going to say I've got a Nice season ticket. Because I know a lot of the French games are on BT anyway. But he seemed that he was getting a lot more further forward. It's a side of his game that of course he very much needs to work on in terms of his ball retention is excellent for a big lad. Was he 6'3", 6'4"? Is absolutely spot on. And it's very much the profile that Liverpool, apart from when we did sign Grujic, that transfer didn't work out. But in terms of both lads, Kone and Thuram, 6'1" for Kone, 6'2", and obviously Thuram, 6'3", 6'4". So that is very much a profile if you had to look at Liverpool's midfield, something that we've massively missed in the last couple of years. Both of them have bags of energy. Ball retention, Kone as well for Gladbach. Obviously, I think they won 2-1 this season against Bayern Munich, and he played a massive part in reality. Yeah. Frame. Yeah, Everest was it? Yeah. Hence, I know now not to put bloody video content. I'll just put screenshots anyway. So, apologies about that, chat. Hopefully, we're all up and good now anyway. Appreciate that, chat. 31 in, chat. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below as well, everyone. Let's run those likes up. And as I said, this live will be getting time stamped anyway. So if you're watching on the repeat, you can just skip to whatever. So before the video did lag, well, hopefully you've seen a little snippet of it. It was K.Thuram Koné and Kone. Looks like they were together in Paris, in the French capital anyway, and they're very good mates. So hopefully, if one comes in, you'd hope that. And if you want to be starting drawing the dots and everything, really, in terms of thinking too far ahead anyway, but it would make sense, or it makes sense that they're together. If Liverpool were to just plop them on at a train from Paris to London. Obviously, Liverpool have got offices in London anyway, so you never know. You never know. Hopefully, so let us know your thoughts on that, chat. But we'll go to this one now as well, everyone. This is one that very much did come through from the Athletic. Bear with me 1 second here, chat. Just making sure I just close all them so we're not lagging. There we go. Yes, so this come from obviously the Telegraph. First and foremost, I don't think Liverpool will sign Caicedo. I'd love it if we did. I think we all would. Do Liverpool have the purse strings that we would hope that they have? No. But it's come from the Telegraph. The links for all these articles, chat, will be in the description if you are watching on the post-match. So, well, post this video's been live anyway, so if you want to check it out, midnight reading or morning reading anyway, on your way to work or whatnot, you can check it out. But it goes on to say from Sam Dean, the journalist from the Telegraph, Brighton will demand significantly more than 70 million for Moses Caicedo this summer. Chelsea, Arsenal and United have all shown interest, and Liverpool could yet become involved dependent on the eventual cost. And that's very much what I've just said. If Liverpool could get him for the right price, chat, would you be happy if Liverpool did sign Caicedo? Especially if we can't, if say we can't get one or if not one or two, if we didn't get, say, 4 of them, say if these turn round, say you want what we want, 70, 80 million for K.Thuram Koné. I think in terms of what Liverpool desperately need, for me, I'd love Caicedo. I think we've all seen him when he's played for Brighton, when he's come to Anfield as well. He's a tremendous player. And what would benefit is that he's played in the Premier League. We know what type of qualities he has. He's dominated a lot of games over the last couple of years since he's been at Brighton. Yet again, was it a £4-5 million transfer. Yet again, an absolute bargain. And he can fill in at right back, as we've seen. I don't know if that was a ploy from Brighton to very much highlight where he can play. At the back end of the season, he was playing like right back, wasn't he? Or right full back, and playing. It was certain you were chopping and changing in terms of playing that 6 and then right back. But still, Ecuador, I tell you what, Ecuador have got so many talented youngsters coming through. As I said, chap, we've done quite a lot of the World Cup watch-alongs anyway, and I tell you, if you get a couple more, obviously there's 3 Ecuadorians coming through, well, that have signed for Brighton. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot more coming in the next couple of seasons as well if you continue with the right investment, Brighton. But yeah, interesting one to keep an eye on, that chat. As I said, I don't think, and I'm pretty sure all of us, we don't think Liverpool would sign him. But interestingly enough, it is a very well-respected publication from the Telegraph. Anything that they do say, or in terms of what they do generate, the journalists are very good. So keep an eye on that one, chat. I'll get to everyone's comments as well as we move on, before we move on to the next one. Thuram is very attacking. Kone is the DM. Yeah, very much by Brian. Kone, as we said already this week in the videos, he's an out-and-out number 6, but he can play in that 8 if needs be. But he's the out-and-out number 6, Kone. And Thuram, it would be interesting. You never know. Jurgen Klopp could turn Thuram into a 6. Obviously, he's definitely got the physical attributes to play that role anyway. But at the end of the day, I don't think height makes a difference in terms of that 6 role. You look at Javier Mascherano as well when he played for Liverpool, obviously West Ham prior to the game, to his move to Liverpool, and obviously at Barcelona. I know La Liga, was he on that Barcelona side? He was playing centre back in certain seasons as well. Just goes to show the quality of Mascherano, and he's like Mascher winning that final at Wembley against the Manx. We love you, lad. But yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it if we signed Caicedo, Kone, or Thuram. I think if we were to sign 1, that would be amazing. But even if we get 2 of those players that we've already discussed tonight, chat, would set Liverpool up massively. That doesn't mean that I think that Liverpool would be done. We've still got a bit of work to do. But as I said, top of the show, chat, and we've discussed over the last couple of weeks, Liverpool potentially can move on 1 or 2 players out the door, then spaces within the squad very much do open up that you wouldn't have anticipated. So one to keep an eye on there. But as I said, chat, I think we will. I think a lot of teams will very much be priced out of it. But as I said, we've seen it could be north of 70 to 100 million for Caicedo. So interesting one to keep an eye on, that chat. They're just putting Liverpool in the Caicedo stories for. So yeah. You never know, mate. It's definitely there. But we need a left back too. Well, Mark, it's a left back, but a left back that can play very much centre half. So a left-sided centre half. We're looking at Ake. We've all watched Manchester City this season. Especially, you look at a lot of top teams in Europe now. The model of course, teams have always played, especially a lot of the Italian teams, historically played 3 at the back, or with a left wing back and a right wing back that very much tucks in and becomes a 5 block anyway. But it would be interesting, in all honesty, chat, that if Liverpool are, and hopefully we do bring in, but that goes into what we said before, if Gomez does leave, or Big Nat leaves as well, there's been rumours over the last couple of weeks that Costas, not incredible in relation to Costas just yet, but if he was to move on, that would indicate that Liverpool, for me, would be in for a left-sided centre-half, or a right-footed or left-footed centre-half anyway. That is very versatile. The biggest attribute he'd need in a Liverpool system, as we've seen, especially with City and Liverpool over the last couple of years, they love to play a high line. Even Brighton, these top teams, playing on the halfway line, basically, pressing, high line. You need a pace in abundance. And there was that... obviously, the Dutch lad that was linked. What's his name? I've completely gone out my head anyway, so apologies. The Dutch lad from, was it Wolfsburg? I've not seen a lot of him anyway. I've only just seen clips that we've all seen, in all honesty. But he's a lad that seems like he's got a lot of pace anyway. Big up there, Panov. Any centre backs, Russell? Not an at the minute, mate. But I've got a video coming out this week, well, a pre-recorded video, and we discussed the outs in terms of Liverpool outgoings. In terms of, for me, as I said, I'd get rid of Gomez. But Gomez, when you look at the squad in terms of what you could recoup, in terms of, you look at the shocking quality of centre halves in the Premier League. You look at Mings, he does a job. He's done a job. Well done, Aston Villa. But I think when you get Unai Emery will be looking to replace Tyrone Mings in terms of the next couple of seasons. I don't think he'll be the first choice centre half for the Spaniards in terms of when you get to the Europa League or potentially top 4 level as well. I think to make Aston Villa to make that next step, they need to improve their centre backs anyway. To Mings and Konsa, then that they have. But yeah, in terms of Joe Gomez, probably the only bit of notable quality if you were to sell him. We could. What fee would you say, chat, that Liverpool could potentially get for Joe Gomez? For me, it's between 30, north of 30 to about £50 million. Obviously, he's got a long contract, but Gomez just doesn't help himself for me. When he's been given an opportunity this season, he's just massively disappointed. He's probably massively disappointed himself as well. But big up there, Everest. We'll move on swiftly to the next story as well now. Make sure I get to everyone's comments. Kone Thuram is a must. Then Caicedo alone. We've lost 3 midfielders. If you count Milner as a midfielder too, so we really need 3 replacements. Definitely there, Everest. Definitely, mate. And we just need quality. It's alright getting none of this notion of just getting bodies in. We need bodies that have got real first team quality. Players that will get into our starting 11 straight away. The Dutch lad, Mickey van der Ven. Nice one for that, Nigel. Big up there, matey. Yeah, nice one. Big up there, Russell. Yeah, so, Chaz, as I said, would that be one to keep an eye on? Definitely. Is it the Chelsea centre-half? I know Brighton, before we come on here tonight, I think Brighton have submitted another second bid for the Chelsea centre-half. Is it Caldwell? The centre-half anyway, who was on loan at Brighton, of 40 million. I don't think that'd be getting accepted from Chelsea. I think they'll be holding out for north of 50 to 60 million, considering that they know that there's money in the bank for Brighton. It's all well and good, Brighton selling all these players, but when everyone twigs on that, especially players that Brighton want to sign, if they've got like 50 million chilling in the bank from like McAllister, and you've got, 70 to 100 million off the sale of Caicedo, now Brighton, they've become a much bigger club now. So teams, if they're wanting to buy players off the likes of Chelsea or other teams in the Prem or in Europe, they're going to be going, right, let's whack up our prices by an extra 30-40% in terms of if Brighton want our players, then yeah. Gomez would be going for anywhere more than 25 to 30 million because he's been out of form and several games. He's done too little to be sold for a hefty fee, unfortunately. 100% there, Everest, but we know how ridiculous the English centre-back market is. Like, Christ. If that John Lewis fridge is going for about £7, an Aldi fridge. No, Aldi's a quality shop. What we're saying, the Everton Club shop, centre half. Then, if you can honestly get 80 million for Harry Maguire, you can easily get more. Not than 80 million, I don't mean that, but you could easily get 30, 40, 50 million for Gomez. Jack, so my big up there, Russell. Friend supports Wolfsburg and he gets me tickets. Van der Ven is as good as Gomez, but with worse tackling. Got a tackling win percentage. Really, Russell? Bloody hell. Yeah, as I said, would love to see Caicedo at Liverpool, but he's too much for FSG. Big up there, Wiggs. Good to see you in chat, mate. Big up, John. Big up, chat. Gavardio is available for £67 million. Yeah, Russell. I think coming out in the video this week as well, Russell and chat, we done a video of when we spoke about the players Liverpool potentially could lose. I think Nigel and the lads did indicate that if there was a deal for Liverpool to get done in relation to giving them Carvalho, but knocking off, say, 25 million off a Gavardio value, there's a deal to be made there, potentially. Just depends if Liverpool can get the right players in or out of the club. But we'll quickly move on to the next story now as well. Liverpool have announced 2 pre-season games this season. So if there's any German Reds, Liverpool will be on the 19th of July. Bloody hell, it's only, well, it's like 3-4 weeks away. Like, that's going to be so quick, the turnover. Obviously, Liverpool will be playing these 2 teams. Kolschke, yeah, we're playing those two German teams. I'm not even doing. You know me, chat. Yeah, we're playing those 2 great German teams anyway. I think the Clover one, I think is a Fairfair. Yeah, Fairf. There we go. That's the best you're getting out of me today, chat. Because you'd always get some absolute sausage going. You pronounced it wrong. Of course I have. Oh, of course I have, lads. But we'll quickly mention this one about Gavi. Thank the Lord we won't be hearing any. As much as we'd love a Gavi in our midfield, but the press loved, especially when there was turmoil in relation to Gavi's contract. But Fabrizio tweeted in the last hour, Gavi is officially registered. He's officially been registered by La Liga, never been in doubt on Barca and player side, despite the links to Premier League clubs on a potential free transfer. The new deal is valid until June 2026 with a 1 billion. If you watched what is it, Austin Powers, 1 billion release clause. Yeah, who's gonna pay that? Probably Newcastle. Wouldn't surprise me if they get another Champions League and a couple more shirt sponsors anyway. So that was just a quick one on Gavi. And the final one, this is just a rattle a load of Manchester City fans anyway. But let's have it. Man City have been named the most valuable club brand in football. If you're a fan of my family, what's he say? My ass. So Football 50 reports. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've had more than 50 reports and certain investigations. But yeah, so sounds like someone's been paid off in terms of journalism, in terms of Sky Sports. But so what do we say about this valuation from Forbes? So where Man City valued supposedly? Oh, 5th sounds. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go back onto that one, chat, and that really very much concludes. Let me know your thoughts on those findings, chat. Yeah, let me know in terms of that laughable stuff from Manchester City. But it's been an absolutely fantastic live stream, chat. Apologies the videos weren't working. I know now because my bloody computer will crash. It's taking me back to the 2000s when the screen's glitching and everything. So apologies about that. 1 billion, Shay. Yeah. I don't think it'd take any current Spain player in my club. Not anyone I can think of. Oh, Everest, good shout there. It's potentially. Depends how quick he would adapt to the Premier League. Dani Olmo, which was mad because I think Dani Olmo's only just signed a new deal. I think he's got a 60 million release clause in his new RB Leipzig contract. But what was mad, he could have left, I think, was it this summer or next summer on a free transfer. But yeah, I really do like Dani Olmo. Little tricky player. I think it'd be interesting to see where him and Szoboszlai do end up this window. I think Szoboszlai will end up at Newcastle, in all honesty. You look at Alan St. Maximin, which is mad. Chat, where do we say St. Maximin's leaving? Looks like he's had a falling out by all accounts, which is disappointing. Have you got a Leicester game and the Bayern game too as well? Apologies there, Mark, but have they been announced? Well, they have. Those 2 games, as Mark said there. They've bought that too. Yeah, they've bought that article, Nigel. That's very much what they've done. Chelsea, of all their money spent is so low on that rank. Yeah, we'll quickly bring it up anyway. There we go. Where is it? In terms of... Oh, that's right. Thought the computer crashed again. But yeah, we'll quickly go to that one as well. So like you've got Paris Saint-Germain supposedly valued 4.21 American dollars billion. So buying 6 on that. City not too far behind Liverpool, which is not surprising considering the amount of success they've had in like the last since 2008 anyway. Barcelona remarkably, Jack, considering all their financial worries, they're still valued at 5.5 billion. Of course, Manchester United up there. Yeah, Man United and Real Madrid will always be massive, like financial terms, in terms of you only have to look at the social media analytics. It is crazy. Hopefully, Liverpool are a lot more successful in the next 5 to 10 years. We might get a bit more higher up in terms of them. But we're making strides, especially with the new improved stadium, the more improved stands as well, the money that will be generated. And of course, first and foremost, the most important thing about Liverpool in terms of our valuation and just improving as a football club is the players on the pitch. That's the biggest thing that the football club is massively undervalued in the last 3-4 windows, as we all know. Hence why we're wanting Liverpool to go out and spend the money. McAllister is absolutely fantastic that we're getting the lads in anyway. But chat, let us know your thoughts on that. It's been an absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, Pedri as well, but pretty sure I think he signed a new deal, and it probably have a similar release clause of probably something stupid of a bit north of $1 billion. Love your stream, Jack. The best is when you're on with Spider. You two are great together. Definitely there, Susan. I'll be getting Kev on and a lot more. As I said, I'll be doing these shows regular, but the panel shows, I'll be doing a lot more panel shows anyway very soon. I'm wanting to get a lot more new faces as well on the channel, of course. I've sent off a couple of emails anyway, so hopefully it'll be great, because that's the thing. When everyone does social media, everyone's doing so much content. It's a bit tricky very much to get a lot of people on, but when I do get my guests on, I really do appreciate them taking the time out to pop on and come on the channel as well, because I know they're extremely busy. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be getting a lot of new faces, a lot of the old regulars on as well. But as I said, a massive part of the channel, for everyone's channels, everyone is using the comments. I know a lot of you can't jump in straight away on the lives, but you're absolute bloody legends, and bloody hell, you've absolutely smashed it tonight. We've only just looked, and we're on 34 likes, but if you can get that at least to 40 likes, everyone, before we do finish off tonight, that'd be much appreciated. But if you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. As you can see there, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Spotify as well, Facebook, Instagram, all that as well, everyone. But it's been a sound show. As I said, I'll be live tomorrow for a watch along. Apologies, I haven't been doing the watch alongs. We were doing 4 watch alongs a day for the World Cup, weren't we? That was hard work. Tell you that now anyway. But big up there, Everest, big up Brian, big up Wiggs, big up Mark as well, big up Susan, big up Nigel, big up Shay, big up Russell, big up Panov. And apologies if you have missed your comments, everyone. I have not done it intentionally. You've all bloody smashed it tonight. You're absolute legends. Big up Mark. Big up every single one of yous. And if you are watching on the repeat, big up. Hope you have a lovely start to your Wednesday morning. If you're in work or college or uni or whatnot, look after yourselves. And we will be back tomorrow on the channel at 7:45 PM GMT. For obviously the watch along of the Europa League Conference Final. And come on the Hammers, hopefully they win tomorrow. But chat. But yeah, we'll quickly read out Mark's comments. Nice one for that, mate. Liverpool will take on Leicester City on Sunday, July the 30th, before facing Bayern Munich on Wednesday, August the 2nd, with both games played in Singapore, which is fantastic for the Global Reds, Mark. I love it. It's what it's all about, because not everyone has the privilege of really going to game every single week. As I said, I've got a couple of family relatives that live in Australia, and that was it. The game that they played. It was at Melbourne or one in the big. I think it was in one of the big stadiums anyway. That still gets spoken about by all the Australian Reds for that was what, years ago, but it's still so special. And that's what Liverpool's all about: family, support, and togetherness. And we get behind whether that be a fan, we get behind them. We get behind fan channels as well. We get behind every single fabric of this football club. We're stronger together, and this means more. It does. Liverpool means so much to every single one of us. But big up there, Everest, Oakley, big up. Apologies, mate. We are finishing off here, mate, but you can rewind this. And hope you had a good day, mate. Even and all, you never walk alone. And as always, Reds, we'll see you tomorrow for, of course, the West Ham watch along. And obviously, we will be doing a video when McAllister gets announced. Hopefully, it's tomorrow morning. But keep an eye on your notifications. If it does get announced tomorrow morning or even tonight, we'll be here as quick as we possibly can. Just discussing how much of a delta Argentinian we're getting. We're getting a World Cup winner. Happy days. Up to Reds.